Hi boys and girls, it is Writing Wednesday and I hope you're having a great day. I'm so excited about today's writing assignment because it has to do with one of my favorite books, Elmer the Elephant. I hope you got to watch the video and listen to the story. If you have not, please stop this video and watch Elmer the Elephant so you know the story, and then come back to this video so then you can do the writing portion. All right, so let's get started. All right, Elmer the Elephant was such a good story, and it's about an elephant who is different than the other elephant friends in his herd, in his group, his family. Okay, so he was different in many ways, and we're going to talk about and write some ways that he was different from the other elephants. But I want to introduce a new word to you. It's unique. The word is unique. And what it means, boys and girls, unique means unlike anything else. And that's exactly how Elmer was. He was unlike the other elephants. He was colorful. He had squares on his body. Being the only one of its kind. Yep, Elmer was unique. He was the only one of his kind that had those colorful squares on his body. Different. And you know what? It's okay to be unique, one of a kind, or different. And that's what exactly Elmer found out. That he didn't want to be like all the other elephants, and they didn't want him to be like them either. They loved how special he was with being colorful and having fun and making them laugh. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to start planning out our sentence. Planning out a story eventually, but today we're just working on a couple sentences. And what I need you to do is take a piece of paper and write a large circle in the center of it. And I want you to write Elmer. All right, next we're going to make 4 large clouds around our circle. And boys and girls, you remember how to do the clouds. You want them large enough so that you can write a word inside of them. Okay, so remember I used to do clouds in the classroom a lot, so practice. If you can't do clouds, then do 4 other circles, okay? Then we're gonna connect those clouds, or if you drew circles, right to the word that says Elmer. These are kind of our thoughts, our thought bubbles of what we think about Elmer. We're going to describe Elmer, some characteristics, some things about him. First of all, what comes to my mind is that Elmer is colorful. He has lots of colors, so he is colorful. All right, C-O-L-O-R-F-U-L, colorful. He's fun. Oh, yes. He made the other elephants laugh. All right, so Elmer is colorful. Elmer is fun. Let me think of something else about him. Yep, he is kind. He's very nice to the other elephants and even to the other animals in the jungle as he walked by. He said hi to them. So, in my thought bubbles about Elmer, I'm thinking that he's colorful, he's fun, and he's kind. And you know what? Besides being fun and making the elephants laugh, he's playful. They were jumping around and they were having a good time together. So when I think of Elmer in the story, I think of him as being colorful. I think of him being fun and making the other elephants laugh. He's so kind to the elephants and the other jungle animals. And he's playful. They're jumping around and having a good time with Elmer. So these words right here will help me with forming a sentence using the word unique. And we'll do that in a couple of minutes. I want to do one other thing with you. The next thing I would like you to do is, if you have another piece of paper, or you could just use the back of this paper, I would like you to draw a line going straight across, and then a little line going down at one end, a little line going down in the middle, and a little line going down at the other end. Now move it up towards the top of your paper because we're going to write some words down here. We need three little squares or rectangles, and we're going to write the word can, has, is. Can, has, is. Okay? And then on the top of this line, you're going to write the word Elmer. Here's our character, Elmer. We're going to find out a little bit about Elmer. Elmer can what? And we're going to list some things. Elmer has what? And we're going to list a few things. And Elmer is something. Okay? Let's try can first. All right? Elmer can, well, we know Elmer can jump. Okay? Elmer and the other elephants were jumping around. All right, so Elmer can jump. Elmer can play. Yeah, Elmer can jump and Elmer can play. And what was so special about these elephants in this story is that Elmer could talk. Ooh, that's pretty neat. So here I have Elmer can jump, Elmer can play, and Elmer can talk. Now let's go to Elmer has. Well, we know that elephants, and Elmer did too, he has big ears. Elmer has big ears. Elmer was so unique because he had squares on his body. So Elmer has squares. And once again, like elephants do, Elmer had a trunk. A large trunk, okay, or a long trunk. Elmer has big ears, Elmer has squares, and Elmer has a trunk. Okay, now let's go to Elmer is. Elmer is, well, we could actually go off of this paper. Elmer is fun. Yeah. Elmer is colorful. Yeah. Elmer is fun, Elmer is colorful, and Elmer is, I like kind. So, what we have right now are some helpful examples of ways that we can create a sentence. I can take words off of here and form a sentence. I can use these ideas to help me form a sentence. And eventually, as you get older, you can use these type of ideas to write a complete story. Well, let's go back to our word unique. And let's use these papers to help us form a sentence. All right. So, the sentence I want to use, and I want to start out with Elmer. Elmer, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do next. Well, let's go over here and use this piece of paper. Elmer can jump. Ooh, that's a sentence right there. Elmer can jump. Very good. But I want to add a little bit more. Elmer can jump and, okay, and has squares. Okay, Elmer can jump and has squares. That's not bad. Then I could say, instead of saying Elmer again, I could say he. He is. I'm going to use this word right here. He is colorful. Period. I just did 2 sentences by the help of these things. Look at Elmer can jump. And I know the word and you guys should know that. Has squares. He's got squares on his body. And then I put, instead of saying Elmer again, I used he. He is, and I took a word from my column that was for is, and I put colorful. So when I go to read this, boys and girls, I have a nice 2 complete sentences. Elmer can jump and has squares. He is colorful. And you know what? You could still continue on adding more. Elmer likes to play and have fun. Oh. Elmer is kind and can play with his friends. Oh, so many ways to do sentences by using this. And remember, I had this too with a bunch of ideas. So, boys and girls, I hope you make your 2 papers. I want you to create a couple sentences using these papers. And don't forget to use capital letters and punctuation, a period of some type. All right. Have a good day. Send me some pictures of your work.